I want to tell you two things you might not know. Number one, the burr months are upon us, which means cuffing season is almost upon us. And number two, I met the love of my life because of cuffing seasons. Let me give you a little bit of context to explain. If you don't know, cuffing season is a little bit of slang referring to the October through March era, where people are a little bit more motivated to date while it's cold out because, you know, the idea of having a partner to snuggle into on a cold winter's night just sounds more appealing. And maybe like me, you just don't want to go through another set of holidays alone. Something else you might not know is that I didn't start dating until the age of 32. And I mean, I'd never so much as held someone's hand, been on a first date, or had a first kiss. Okay, so I was extremely motivated by the concept of cuffing season. Okay, I'd been through my entire life alone, and I was like, you know what? It would be really nice to not be alone at Christmas. That was all that went into it. So what did I do? I challenged myself to a season of bravery. The only way at the time I could think of to meet someone was through the dating apps, but I knew that being brave for any length of time is draining. You get burnt out on being brave. So I decided, okay, if I could just be brave for 1 month, if I can have as many conversations as possible, meet as many people as I possibly can, and go on as many dates as I possibly can, even if it was only one date, within a 30-day window, I would consider myself a success. And let me tell you what, the first 2 weeks of that challenge went terribly. I could barely get anybody to respond to me, got 0 likes on any of the apps I was using. But I kept going. I changed my pictures. I reworded my bio. I started messaging other people instead of waiting for them to message me. And eventually on week 3, I started to see a little bit of action. I talked to a few people. I ended up, after another week, and it was the end of the 30 days approaching, asking 3 of those people out. Because they weren't asking me out, and I wasn't here to have a pen pal, I was here to go on a date, okay? And I told those people, hey, by the way, I have a personal rule, only really chatting with someone over a dating app for about a week, and then I'd like to meet in real life, and if that's not okay with you, we don't have to meet up. All 3 of them said yes. Of those 3 dates, which were all perfectly lovely dates, 2 of them were just nice. One messaged me right away afterwards. He was like, I don't think we're a good match. And I was like, I agree. But he didn't ghost me. We just were adults about it, went our separate ways. The second one was a nice conversation, but there just wasn't a lot of sparks. And the third one, the irony is he's an electrician. Sparks were through the charts. I'm going to Scotland with that man this month. But it gets back to the point of what motivates you to do something hard, okay? For me, it was the mental image of having someone to hold hands with, to cuddle with on a cold, snowy night, to watch a movie with on those slower winter days when it gets dark so early. That visual, okay, was strong enough for me to brave the dating app hellscape. And I'm talking to you about it now because cuffing season's gonna start next month. And if you wanted to challenge yourself to a season of bravery, okay, I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you. And these are the rules I set for myself. 1, I would only download 2 apps at a time. If I was getting absolutely 0 interaction on one app or the other after a week or 2, I would delete it and try a different app. The last 2 apps that worked for me were Hinge and Bumble, but I got absolutely 0 interactions on Hinge. Bumble worked better for me. So I'd just move on to another one, but no more than 2 at a time, you get overwhelmed. Number 2, just because you have a conversation with someone doesn't mean you're going to marry them. Okay, be open to just making a connection with someone and like setting aside the fear of you owe someone something just by making that connection. 3, this is not about having your feelings hurt. I need you to set aside the part of yourself that's going to have your feelings hurt. This is about placing a personal ad for yourself and hoping it reaches your target audience. And sometimes you got to change your pictures. You got to change your prompts. You might have to initiate conversation and asking someone out if something isn't happening. Those are all okay. I think those were 2 tips. This is number 3 or 4. I'll figure it out. Commit to a specific period of time. I like the 30-day window because it takes a couple weeks for you to see if your profile is getting any traction on that dating apps algorithm, because yes, dating apps also have an algorithm, okay? And once you get past the 2 weeks, you know, okay, maybe I can you could switch your pictures every week. You could answer different questions every week. You could give someone something new to look at on your profile on a weekly basis. Totally okay. You're literally placing a personal ad for yourself. At the end of that month, if you are not getting any traction, delete the apps. Don't save them. Delete them. Delete your profile. Start from scratch and try again another day. Okay? You're not giving up. You're entering a season of rest. You were doing a season of bravery, now you're doing a season of rest. And it's so you don't burn out on the effort. Because here's the thing I need you to know. You don't owe your dreams a constant effort. So if your dream is to be in a relationship, to have a partner, you do not owe that dream Your life energy, your time, your focus, your hopes and dreams, you don't owe it 100% of you 100% of the time. So if you can give 100% for a finite period of time, and if you are more than happy on your own and you don't give a shit about spending the holidays with someone, that's totally fine. You do you, babe. But if any of what I just said is at all motivating, think about that mental reason that's going to get you through the hey, how are you, what's your favorite color questions, and get you to the meat and potato questions of actually getting to know a person. It's not easy, but if you hold on to what you want, it's easier to stay motivated and to not hate yourself or to think that something's wrong with you if you just don't meet someone at the same time that you're hoping for. Godspeed, everybody. I wish you the very best cuffing season.